Hey, we got a Pokemon battle here, so let's go. I send off my anti-lead Weavile. I was expecting some Stealth Rocks because, Aerodactyl loves to do that, but plays it a bit smart and gives me a Stone Edge. Focus Sash will save me, but I could have used that in a counter to KO the Aerodactyl off the bat. Oh well. Ice Punch on the switch, and it doesn't do squat against that Milotic. Now I'm thinking he's just going to kill me at this point, so I taunted, and he actually expected a switch. Use Toxic. Well, now I am going to switch to my Bronzong, who takes the incoming Ice Beam like a beast. Unfortunately, as I begin to set up my screens, he throws a Surf at me and it crits. And that crit will prevent me from setting all of my screens and Stealth Rock up and then exploding. As you're about to see, I get my screens up and I get the rocks up, but yeah, can't explode. So, whatever. So I send out my Zapdos to scare it off, and I predict the switch, so I go for a Heat Wave instead. In comes a Raikou, and a pretty bulky one at that. And yeah, takes the Heat Wave and lives, and this is where I'm very glad I put Light Screen up, because that Hidden Power Ice not only is super effective, but it also crits. And I live. Just long enough to get a Heat Wave for a double suicide. Very nice. Here comes that Aerodactyl again. It takes the Stealth Rock. He's predicting a Dragon Dance, I know it, so I just go straight for the Draco Meteor, and you're dead. Bye-bye. Could have saved myself a lot more time earlier, but, bygones are bygones, or something. In comes a Jirachi, and it probably knows Trick. Well, it does know Trick. I found that out later in the match. Reflect keeps me alive for one Ice Punch, so I get a Fire Blast in. It's not going to KO, and it doesn't burn, which is what I was trying to get, but... well, what can you do? Shinso's gonna die, so I just let him go. Bye-bye. Alright, Scizor scares the Jirachi off, but in comes a Gyarados, and this is my Swords Dance variant, which can't do squat. Well, neither of my Scizors can do squat against a Gyarados. And it's the bulky Dragon Dancing Gyarados, which it always is these days. So, Ascendant of Vaporeon, who can mostly absorb anything, just about anything that Gyarados sends. I really expected him to switch out because everyone knows Vaporeon packs Hidden Power Electric, but he stays in, and I Surf. Yeah, doesn't do as much as I'd like. I'm not sure if he was going to Dragon Dance or EQ, so I went with the Wish. Wish. I know he's going to Dragon Dance because he expects me to do Protect. Well, I have another thing for him. Electric Hidden Power. Boosh. Unfortunately, it doesn't KO. He's left with a sliver of his life, and that means I'm going to have to take a really big hit before I can KO this guy. I really don't want to, but don't really have a choice. Thankfully, Minnow is also a beast herself, and yeah, even a +3 Earthquake won't be able to one-shot her. And down goes Gyarados. At this point, he sends back out his Jirachi. I'm expecting a Trick. I don't really care. Whatever I do now at this point will just KO. So I went with a Surf, and I locked myself into Surf. I sort of regret that because that means I have to switch out now that the Milotic's back. But it's not a problem. In comes Gear. I expected a Toxic. So, Swords Dance up. Here I was really thinking that he's going to start surfing me because he's got Stab there, and it's neutral. But he doesn't. He Ice Beams. And I thought, hey, I can still live a Surf. But he Ice Beams me again, and I really don't know what the reasoning is here. But oh well, I've got +4 attacks, so the superpower is going to take him out. Bye-bye. And at this point, the match is pretty much mine. All he's got left is a Weavile that, even if it was sashed, is going to take some residue from this rocks. Bullet Punch wins me the game. So good game, dude, and I'll see you all later.